You like this new hoodie? It's a design I've been working on, coming soon. Welcome to Zero Style. I am your host, Zero, the cyberspace hero. This week we're going to talk about my absolute favorite bag. This is the Sutter Tech Sling from Waterfield Designs, sfbags.com. Not sponsored. I've owned this bag for a number of years now. I actually had to get the zippers fixed one time for free by the company. Their customer service was amazing. This is an over-the-shoulder sling bag and has a very cool aesthetic to it. Works really well. It can hold a bunch of gear even though it's still small. It's a very thin profile bag. There's not much to it. But at the same time, you can stuff this thing filled with lots of gear, which is what we're going to do right here. It's got an adjustable strap right here. Very easy. Adjustable shoulder pads. See, the top of the strap attaches to the bag permanently. The back side of the strap can go ambidextrously on the left or the right side, depending on which way you want to carry it. Beautiful full grain leather. Check out some patina porn from my years of action on this bag. And then everything else is beautiful waxed canvas. Now I know this isn't black on black on black like my normal aesthetic, but man, leather and wax canvas is a vibe that I really dig. And this bag has it in spades. Right here on the top we've got a little flap. This sits against your back to give you a little bit more comfort. I opted to get the optional handle here on the top of the bag. Absolutely unnecessary. You can just hold the strap. I don't know. It's kind of like in the way more than anything else. So don't opt for the optional strap. With a sling bag like this, it's designed for it to literally swing and sling on either side of your back. So when it's pulled here in this position, you have access to these side pockets here that are underneath the leather part. And then you can also, optionally, just open up the main pocket here and get into the bag. I find that this side pocket here is good for quick access items when you're on the go. Being able to just swing and sling the bag like this, put your phone in there, keys, stuff like that you want to get in and out real quick. You can see we got YKK water guard zips, which is nice for keeping stuff dry. We've got these custom waterfield SF bags zipper pulls, which I don't love. The zippers are actually my #1 complaint with this bag because I actually had to get them replaced once. But it was free. The customer service was amazing, fast, easy. Just sent them my bag with the address and they sent it right back fixed. Alright, if we take a look inside the bag, on the back section here, we've got our laptop sleeve, got my tablet in here now. Very plush fabric on the inside of the sleeve. Some very nice high visibility. A little bit of minimal branding here on the inside, telling you where it was made, by whom. On the back side of the flap, we've got a couple pockets here for pens or whatever, and one large pocket, and then this little strap here with a hook on the end for your keys or something like that. In this bigger pocket, I like to keep this guy here. This is just a little cleaning brush and then a microfiber. I don't super love this part here, but man, this brush is amazing and it works great, and I use this all the time on my keyboard. So I gotta keep that guy in here to keep it clean. Speaking of cleaning products, I always keep a Hank in my bag just in case. This guy's from Ace of Hanks, some sweet casino night print, microfiber on the back, good for cleaning screens and snot and such like that. Alright, let's do a couple sample loadouts. This one I do pretty much all the time. This is my go-to. Here on the side pocket, we've got my power bank and a chubby cable, USB-C. Throw your phone here in the side pocket, plug it in to your battery, and zip it up. You're on the go. The main pocket, just a couple of items in here. My computer, my keyboard. This is a bag that holds my keyboard. Keep it nice and safe on the inside. This bag in a bag is made by Modern Coup. She makes handmade bags, but her husband is a keyboard enthusiast and she decided, I'm gonna start making keyboard sleeves too. This is the two-tone here with the extra little bit of cushion on the bottom. I don't always carry my keyboard in this bag, in the bag. But there are times when I am worried that things inside will be hitting my keys and affecting this keyboard negatively. So having a bag in your bag sometimes is just the way to go. If you're interested in my Neon Genesis Evangelion keyboard, check out the video linked up above for a full build. See the plush interior, magnetic clasps, leather accents. There's a deep pocket here on the front, which I have nothing in. Sometimes you put cables or whatever in there. Like I mentioned, the padding on the bottom, just for a little bit of extra security for your #1 tool of choice when you're a programmer. Tablet, in its case, the slip, and just give this thing the old zip zap, and you are good to go. And on days where I'm going out and I got a lot of technological stuff going on, I often bring my tech dock kit with me. I like to put a strap on it so it can't fall out of the bag. It's just a couple little carabiners clipped onto each other right here on the outside of this bag. This is one of my favorite bags from Tom Bihn. This is the handy little thing. Again, this is the larger size. This thing zippers all the way around and opens up clamshell. Organizes whatever you got in here. There's a handle on the back. So this bag is designed to be held with this handle strap on the back. Got a bunch of tools all strapped in here so the things that are in here aren't going anywhere. So let's take a quick tour of what I've got going on in here. There is a zippered pocket on this side of the bag. Unzip that thing. We've got 3 items in here. We've got a retractable HDMI cable, a retractable Ethernet cable, and my Anker power brick. This is the best power brick. It's got the adjustable slap, USB-C ×2 as well as an A. It's got IQ and then full blast, so this thing will just drop 65 watts right into your computer directly and charge that thing up super quick. So these 3 items live here in this zippered section. I have them set next to each other so each one sort of sits on its edge right behind it. Zip that thing up. The middle section of this bag has some elastic webbing that I'm not using right now. I like to put one of these screw-on keychains in here. These are very useful. You never know when you're going to need them. I always carry a screwdriver with me. This is the Sillex Gear Fix. You've got a Phillip and a flathead on one side and then a couple of hex on the back. This part here extends and comes out so you can have a little bit longer, or you can put it through the middle here and get some more torque. Everything's held in with magnets on this guy, so it's not going anywhere. It's a very nice, quick and easy little screwdriver to just slide into your bag. Also, on this side, this is the bigidesign Mini TI adjustable wrench. Just go here on the side and spin this. This section here adjusts. You can see it maybe a little bit better on this side right here. It's got a nice deep pocket clip. There's a spot for a lanyard bead. I wish this was a pry bar, but oh well. Also makes a pretty decent fidget toy. That guy just lives. It's also made of titanium, so you can drop it outside 2 or 3 times and it'll get some marks on it, but still be fine. Hashtag abuse your shit. Guy goes right in the split, just like so. I've also got a couple different USB cables in here. There's an A and a C, and these are high-speed data and high-speed charging cables. Hidden down here, there is a little tiny pocket under the bottom. Just got a quick little Bic lighter in here. You never know in an emergency when you need some fire. It's so small, it fits in there nice. There's another pocket on the top that I sometimes put bit kits in, but I'm not doing that today. There's a little hook in here, and I've got 2 different Tom Bihn pouches just hanging out on the inside. This one right here is filled with adapters. We've got USB condoms, so no data transfer can go through. And then just pretty much every style USB adapter, C to whatever, so those USB-C cables that I have can become a micro, a mini, whatever you need it to be on either side. So we've got all of our adaptation of cables covered here. And then this guy in the other pouch, this is my little power setup in here. There's definitely some times when you're out and about and you're working with power and it's not the best situation. So these 2 pieces right here help me get over some of those troubles that I have. This is a classic 3 to 2 prong adapter for those times where you just can't plug in a 3-prong thing. And then this is a sweet, really small splitter. This takes 1 port and turns it into 3. There's 1 on either of these sides in here. These 2 pieces just help you if you need to charge more than 1 thing, but you only got 1 outlet. So that's the inside of the bag. Got 1 more little trick up its sleeve here on this front pocket. This is my dock for my tablet. This is the Dockcase Explorer. This is the 10-in-1 smart USB-C hub. We've got all kinds of ports on this thing. We've got Ethernet. We've got 2 different high fidelity video ports with HDMI and USB-C. We've got 100-watt DP charging. Here's the connection to the host machine. On this side, we've got 10 gigabit and 480 megabit USB. We've got both sides of SD cards, another USB-C port, and then this little button right here on the front that allows you to use the little screen that's on here. I really love the transparent aesthetic on this thing, and it's just nuts fast. I mean, it is insanely fast. I cannot explain to you how quickly I am able to pull data off my SD cards from cameras for making videos like this and edit them on my iPad. So this is my tech dock kit, and it just lives right here in the side of my bag. On days when I've got lots of tech stuff going on and I need full assistance. This is my favorite style of field notes notebooks. They call this the reporter. They flip back like this, each page flips back on its own. They're nice and tall, they're lined, and then I just got a simple pen on here. This is a Precision Bic fine tip. You can see here I got some circuit board wiring diagrams from the last time I was doing some arcade work. Yeah, it's just awesome to be able to have the ability to write down something when you need to, and you don't need to pull your computer out to do it. So sometimes having a piece of paper to write a note on somebody's car or something like that is important. So physical analog media, it sucks, but it's one of those things where we live in a world where sometimes you need it. So field notes in the bag, doesn't take up much room at all. One last thing that I gotta call out again, I often carry a game console in my bag for when you're bored. This is my current favorite. This is the RGB30 by Powkitty. We've got a 3D printed case from a random Etsy seller. It works both here as a cover for the front of the screen, and as well when it's flipped over, it makes a very comfortable grip case on the back side. So we've got arcade games, 2600, Pico 8, PC Engine, Game & Watch, Game Gear, Neo Geo, PS1, pick some NES. And because the aspect ratio is square, it is perfect for classic Game Boy games. If you want to play classic handheld consoles, this is my absolute favorite way to do it, man, because the aspect ratio of the screen is right. Important thing to note about this system, when you want to turn it off, don't use the power button. That just puts the thing to sleep. You got to press start from the main menu and choose quit, and it'll say shut down system. Yes, and now you actually have your thing turned off, saving your battery life, and ready to play next time. This thing is great. It plays everything from Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, a bunch of arcade games. It's a quick and easy, fun way to play video games when you're on the go. So throw that bad boy in your bag, and you've got it when you need a little bit of extra entertainment. So this is the sling bag that I use on the daily for my computer. I throw this thing in my trunk of my car when I'm going out all of the time in an emergency. You never know when you're going to have to use a computer and get some work done, so it's always good to be prepared, right? I don't know, dude. Ever since the world went crazy and we all had to stay home, I had this obsession about working outside. It was like a beautiful summer day. I just decided to take my laptop and go work outside. I hate laptop computers, and I always dreamed about how can I, use a mechanical keyboard with a smaller form factor. And that's when my idea of let's use a tablet as my main computer, augment it with battery backups and other ports as necessary, and then I can just take my wireless keyboard, set it on my lap, and wherever I'm at in the world that I want to work, I can. So this setup is very much a facilitation of me working out in the world, whether it be my backyard or somewhere else. Alright, bonus round pocket check time. Here is some new pocket trash. Alright, here's a brand new fidget toy from Fidget Boy 3D. We've got this purple and green Game Boy aesthetic slider. It's a magnetic slider, two pieces that are complete opposites. These are just fun little fidget toys. Whew, I caught it. So full disclosure, I've had two of these now. I broke the first one by dropping it on the ground. 3D printed stuff, while fun and functional, is not the strongest thing in the world. So just know, if you're going to play with these things, spin them around, drop them, they're not impervious to destruction. But they are tough, and they are a lot of fun. I really enjoy these. I enjoyed it so much that I got a second one, right? From Fidget Boy 3D, we've got the Fidget Boy slider. In the pocket, like always, I got a ZF cup. This week it's gray all day with the ripstop nylon. Workerman Fantastic Phantom bead here on the side. And then that Velcro Mafia patch on the front, reppin' hard. Unzip this bad boy and you can see what I got in here. Some cash, ID, credit cards. We've got a flashlight, the rovyvon Auora A9CU with the Playge and jrwgear copper curator skull bead. Single button deployment flashlight, press the button, it turns on, double tap it, it turns on. Each individual press steps it up in brightness until it loops around. Hold it again and it turns off. It's that simple. It's USB-C rechargeable and it is the size of a AAA battery, so it's easy to keep in a pouch. On the other side here, we've got my knife. This week I've got an O-stop Hell design from Bestech Knives. This is the Tulip. It is a front flipper knife with a Kiradashi style blade profile. The back side, I've got a jrwgear curator bead in Turbo Glow. It's the closest red I could get to match this. This is the G10 version of this knife, which means that it is a liner lock. The titanium versions are frame locks. This one is not. This one had a backspacer. I removed it, so I was able to put a lanyard bead on the back of this, because with a tiny knife like this, you absolutely need a lanyard bead to have the appropriate ergos to use this knife. This is great for craft cuts, for precision piercing cuts, opening packages, and just day-to-day EDC tasks. Obviously, this is not a knife you're going to use to go camping with, but this is the knife that you carry in your wallet, that when you need to open something quickly or someone says, "Do you got a knife?" you do. This knife is a front flipper. The deployment mechanism is right here on the front. Just give it a little push down, it snaps right out. This thing is on bearings and it is smooth as butter. You can pretty much deploy it with any finger on your hand that you want, including if you want to do the classic thumb roll, but make sure you do the cat paw grip so you don't stab yourself in the palm when you do it, Metal Complex. But anyhow, yeah, this is the Bestech Tulip, a teeny tiny little EDC knife that I got in my wallet this week. Slide that thing right here on the back section of the pouch, zip it up, and throw it into your cargo pocket. You are ready to roll. Also, shout out to Contigo. They make my favorite coffee cups. These things absolutely seal up. You put this in the bag with no fear that it was going to leak. Definitely my EDC coffee cup of choice. Alright, one last thing. I've been working on merch lately. I really have always had a dream of making hooded sweatshirts that were custom, and I just got this one ordered. This is an all-over print hoodie that has my brutal logo on it. So I ordered from two different companies. This is the American company, and then there's one from China as well too. I really want to check out the quality of both of them before I offer any of these designs to anyone publicly. I also kind of maybe messed up just slightly on the alignment of the pockets, which kind of sucks, but I could potentially fix that before I actually release them. I put the graffiti tag logo here on the sleeve. The backs of the sleeves kind of have some connecting artwork. The front of the zipper hoodie has my logo split, and then the back of the hoodie has the full logo. Hopefully the hood lays in the right place so you can still see it. So yeah, what do you think about these hoodies? Would you buy one? Comment down below yes or no to if you want to see some Zero style hoodies. Well, that is the video for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like. It's the free social currency here on YouTube. Click one of these boxes appearing on my face as I do this outro if you want to watch more of my videos right now. And if no one has told you today, you are a rad person who deserves love and praise just like everybody else in this world. Get out there today, have some fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Later on.